I think this offseason will fully unlock the Bills. Hats off to Brandon Beane. And I am not just the only one who thinks the Bills had a very good offseason. And let's talk about that all right here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bills Digest. I'm your host, Anthony Senicar. And like I said, it is offseason time, so you know what that means. Tons of trade rumors, tons of draft coverage, and tons of free agency signings. And we got you guys all covered right here at Bills Digest. There's only one issue with that. 72% of you guys who are watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. Subscribe, join the army here at Bills Digest. Stay in touch with all your latest Bills offseason news because we got you guys covered. We're going to keep you informed, so subscribe, join the army, and stay in touch. And like I said, guys, the Bills might have fully unlocked their full potential this past offseason. I love the moves the Bills did, and I am not just the only one. ESPN came out with an article a few days ago talking and ranking the all 32 teams' offseason, and look at who came at the top of the list. That of the Buffalo Bills. They talked about key acquisitions and key re-signings. There's just a short list, but I want to go and deep dive into each move the Bills did, starting with the re-signings and extension of players, because I think Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott targeted guys on their own team, players that they drafted, and they wanted to extend them and build a new nucleus or core for this new second version of the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. And there were some big notable contract extensions. They kicked off free agency or the offseason with re-signing TB for a 4-year, $42 million contract, which again, you got your stud middle linebacker for the next 4 years, and you build your linebacker core around Terrell Bernard, who has been popping off these last few seasons. Again, a later round pick that the Bills developed. Teams kind of question him for being undersized, but he has looked very, very good in the Sean McDermott offense. Next thing they do is they go and they extend Greg Rousseau. You solidify your star pass rusher, your guy that is going to be here long term. They re-sign him 4 years, $80 million a year. Again, next, they re-signed Mr. Reed Ferguson, a cornerstone piece for this Bills special teams core, one of the longest tenured Bills on this team, and a guy that is going to go an under-the-radar signing, but more of a glue guy, someone who has never had issues long snapping and has always been a very good locker room guy. On top of that, what do they go and do? They go re-sign and extend Mr. MVP Josh Allen, give him a 6-year, $330 million contract. They keep him here until he's 32, 33 years old. And again, if he keeps playing, I think it's just going to keep getting pushed farther and farther down the line. What do they do with these contract extensions and these re-signings? Well, they build that nucleus. They build the nucleus on the defense with Rousseau and Bernard. They keep Josh Allen here and make him one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. And they keep a glue guy in Reed Ferguson. After that, the Bills need to focus on getting money open on the books. And what do? They cut Von Miller, which opens up about $6 or $7 million in cap space, and they cut Sam Martin. Two guys on the older side of 30. The Bills look at themselves in the mirror, realize, hey, this Von Miller signing didn't work out, so they cut him. They open up cap space, and they cut ties with Von Miller. Sam Martin, who is still a very good punter in this league, but the Bills decide, hey, let's go younger, let's save some money, and let's go get a new punter. Again, two players that are on the older side of 30, guys that they understand are still good players in this league, but for the price and for the cap space, it was not worth it. Still tough decisions, but the Bills did what they had to do. And listen, they still had to get under the salary cap, so what else did they do? Well, then they go and restructure that of Ed Oliver. They convert $12 million into signing bonuses, which opened up another $10 million worth of cap space. On top of that, a cornerstone piece of the former Buffalo Bills, the 1.0, Matt Milano. What do? Still coming off the broken leg and torn pec, still kind of looking a little iffy. They restructure his contract, make it a 1-year deal, open up about $4 million or $6 million in cap space, and they say, Matt, listen, we got you for 1 year, go ball out and go be a veteran presence on this defense. And with opening up all this cap space, what do the Bills do? They target lower end quote-unquote, lower-end talent in free agency, guys that fit descriptions of what they need, and they go target them in free agency at very good contracts. And they re-sign key players at key positions, guys who are kind of lower-end talent, but still very pivotal parts of this offense and defense. They kick off free agency signing Josh Palmer, which I've talked about, which is one of the better signings I think the Bills do. On top of that, they go and target someone else on defense, and Michael Hoysh, a outside linebacker slash DN slash edge rusher, a guy coming from a Rams team who was kind of a second team guy, but again, shows potential in special teams, one of the better special teamers in the league. Someone like Lorenzo Alexander, who the Bills had in years past, who can move around the field, can cover wide receivers, can cover tight ends, can get after the quarterback, and is still very young at only 27 years old. Josh Palmer, also another guy who's still very young at 25 years old. Another position that they needed is someone who could get separation where the Bills were ranked very low in the league, someone who can beat man coverage, again, another position where the Bills were very low in the league, and someone who can get over the top. Josh Palmer's all of that at cheaper than other targets in free agency. Michael Hoysh, a special teamer, a pass rusher, a coverage guy, kind of a flexibility piece, kind of like the Bills had with Lorenzo Alexander. Didn't cost them too much, and they go. On top of that, they get Deontay Evans, a running back, someone they had previously, just a depth piece that can come into camp as a camp body. What do they go and do on top of that? They go re-sign Reggie Gilliam and Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson, which Josh Allen has said is one of the best third down backs in the league, a pass-catching threat out of the backfield, and someone that is very much a very good running back on a very cheap contract. Reggie Gilliam, another glue guy piece for the locker room, one of the better fullbacks in the league, and someone who knows this offense, and again, is one of the longer tenured Buffalo Bills. Then, obviously, you got the big free agency signing of the offseason for the Bills, and that of Joey Bosa. The Bills cut Von Miller. There's an open position or open slot opposite of Greg Rousseau, who you just re-signed. What do the Bills go and do? They take a calculated risk. They go get Joey Bosa, who is a proven pass rusher in this league, someone who obviously has an injury history in years past, but they bet on themselves, and Joey Bosa bets on himself. The Bills believe they can get 20-plus games out of Joey Bosa, and Joey Bosa believes if he plays very good, he can go get himself another big-time contract next free agency. Let's not forget, every 17 games for Joey Bosa, he averages about 11 sacks. That is very good for only $12 million on a one-year contract. It is a very good signing. On top of that, the Bills go and get the guy from the Steelers, the defensive tackle or defensive end, another run-stuffing DN, D tackle. Again, does get suspended, but still on a one-year contract, not too much of a risk. Then they go and address the safety issue and safety need that they have. They go re-sign Damar Hamlin on a one-year contract, someone who is a starter in this league, someone who knows what is needed from safeties every year from Bobby Babich and from Sean McDermott, who will slot in perfectly with Taylor Rapp. And what do the Bills do? Same as they did last year when they signed the guy from the Chiefs. They go and get Derek Forrest, a guy who is a 17-game starter for the Washington Commanders. Bring him in, have him have a camp battle with Damar Hamlin. Doesn't work out. It's only a one-year contract. You cut ties or you trade him, you'll go get a pick. Or, again, if you have injuries, you still got Taylor Rapp, you still got Damar Hamlin. Now you're going to have Derek Forrest, and obviously you're going to have Cole Bishop, who is still learning and understanding the system. So now a safety positional need where the Bills thought that they needed guys. Now they got four guys, four camp bodies, four guys who will battle it out. You have arguably four starters in that safety room. So again, another calculated, very good risk by Brandon Beane, getting him on one-year contracts and just bringing in more veteran presence into this locker room. On top of that, they get Chenault from the Jacksonville Jaguars, a very good return man, costing him nothing, a guy who is another over-the-top guy, signing him to a one-year, $1 million contract. You get Kendrick Green, you get another guard body for camp, and then you go call up Dane Jackson, who just got cut by Carolina, another guy to bring into this cornerback room, a guy that could potentially play opposite of that of Christian Benford, or it could still be a very good depth piece. Let's not forget that the Bills have had injury history at cornerback position. Again, it was a sore thumb in that Kansas City game. Dane Jackson, who knows the system, was played very well in the Sean McDermott system, and I think it was just a very good signing all around. But like I said, guys, I'm not the only one who thinks the Bills fully unlocked their potential here with this offseason. I love the moves that Brandon Beane did. He took calculated risk where he needed to. He re-signed and retained his own guys and gave contract extensions to guys who deserved it. He made the difficult cuts that had to be made with that of Von Miller. He opened up cap space, and he primed himself to have a very good opportunity in the draft to pick the best position available when the Bills pick 30th overall. But I want to hear from you guys below. I want to hear from you. Let me know what you guys think below. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys think the Bills had a very good offseason? Or do you think the Bills should have gone for a big, or should have, instead of gone for small gain hunting, they should have gone big fish hunting and swung for a trade for a DK Metcalf or one of these big-time receivers, or they should have swung for a trade for one of these big-time pass rushers like a Myles Garrett or a Max Crosby? I want to hear your thoughts below, so leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys, so let me know below. As always, guys, please subscribe. We're on the road to 300 subscribers, and every little bit helps. So subscribe, stay in touch here, because we got you guys covered all offseason. The draft is around the corner, so we got you guys covered for all your best draft coverage. And as always, guys, like I always say, go Bills.